Welcome to Music Over Matter. Today we are doing a 2020 so far album bracket. We have 64 albums that have come out this decade so far, including some from this year. It's some of our favorites, the most popular ones, but we limited it to one per artist. For example, we have GNX on here and not Mr. Morale, because we have to factor in popularity as well as like public reception and stuff. So we decided to go with GNX instead. So let's get started.
So for our first matchup, we have Let's Start Here by Lil Yachty versus Donda by Kanye.
This is an interesting one. Donda has its flaws too. It's bloated as hell. But Donda was like an event, bro. There's bangers
for
on
me,
Donda.
this is a pretty easy matchup. I'd go with Donda on this one. Let's Start Here. I mean, I love that album. It's not really something I go back to really that much anymore. A lot of the tracks I don't go back to. Donda is still on rotation for at least like a quarter of the album
Fair
now.
enough.
So
A quarter, goddamn.
all right, next we have Utopia versus Call Me If You Get Lost.
This is Utopia.
Next we have American Dream versus Lahai by Sanfa.
Definitely Lahai.
Yeah.
Suspended. Holy fuck, dude. I still listen to that song. That song is so good.
Our first 6 albums that we've gotten so far, they're really good.
Yeah.
But some of the lists, they're not as good. So they're just easy matchups, but we had to put them in because of their popularity too.
Yeah, we had to basically find 64 different artists.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. We'll get there, but
Yeah. So for this matchup, we have From a Bird's Eye View by Corday
yeah.
versus Business is Business.
These are both examples of artists that dropped multiple times this year, and we just went with their most popular.
Or this decade. They released this decade.
What did I say?
This year.
I'm going business is business, no doubt.
From a Bird's Eye View, on first listen, you could tell that there's like so much J. Cole influence on it.
Yeah.
And we'd even need to hear other people's opinion to know that. It was just like straight up. You could hear J. Cole rap over this exact same thing. All right, we have Scaring the Hose versus Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one is a tough one.
This is a tough one. Holy shit, hold on.
Yes, you're getting like amazing performances from JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown, but the versatility of Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, there's so many different vibes on that album.
This is really tough because Scaring the Hose is also phenomenal. God damn, why do we do this to ourselves? I think I might go Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, bro.
When I wrote this, I was thinking that too.
This is a good time to mention this is a collab album.
Yeah.
We decided to include collab albums separate from actual
Artists.
So we still have a Peggy and Danny Brown album on here. I think I'm going to go Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon.
All right, next we have 2093 by Yeet and then The Patience by McJenkins.
You've got to be kidding me. I love both these albums. When we were picking these albums, I'm not going to lie, I was going to go to bat for 2093 the entire time. Like that's going to be my bit the entire video, but it goes up against The Patience. So I think I still might go 2093.
Okay.
I love The Patience, but it's shorter.
These are 2 albums that I don't go back to, so that's why I'm letting you kind of take over this one.
Let's go 2093. Fuck.
Okay, next one, we got an easy pick. Hurry Up Tomorrow versus Trip at Night.
Yeah, hurry up.
Yeah. Next, we have My Turn by Lil Baby versus The Melodic Blue by Baby Keem.
I mean, this is the Melodic Blue, but My Turn is really good.
Yeah, there's some like crazy hits on there, but you're talking to the Melodic Blue on this one.
The Melodic Blue. It's just now kicking in, by the way, how hard it's going to be.
All right, next we have Michael by Killer Mike versus Legends Never Die by Juice WRLD.
Michael.
It was a pretty good posthumous album. There's a few cuts on there that are like, why did this happen? Next we have SOS by SZA versus It's Almost Dry by Pusha T.
I think you have to go SOS.
I wouldn't.
Really?
Someone who listens to SOS way more than you do, I would go It's Almost Dry.
Fair enough. All right.
There's really good songs on there, but on SOS, there's a few just like It's Almost Dry kind of has that too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I think in our award show for both the years, we've had both of these albums in our underrated. So we have Dark Times versus Vince Staples.
Dark Times versus Vince
Oh,
Staples.
sorry. Dark Times by Vince Staples versus Since I Have a Lover by Black.
I'd probably go Dark Times.
I would too. Next, we have The House is Burning by Isaiah Rashad versus Quaranta by Danny Brown.
I'm going The House is Burning.
Yeah.
Quaranta was good. It was super dark. There's still a few songs I like to go back to, like, God, what's it called? Dark Sword Angel. And there's another one. But overall, I just don't think it stands up to Danny Brown's music.
All right, we have Tana Talk 4 versus Ada Vista by Childish Gambino.
I'm not a huge fan of Childish Gambino music, so I'm personally just going to lean Tana Talk 4, but it's really up to you.
I listened to Ada Vista a pretty good amount, especially when it came out the first time.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I would still go Tana Talk 4 on this one. All right, next we have Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q versus From the Private Collection of Saba and No ID.
This is interesting because it's like an older one compared to Saba, where it's literally a week old.
Yeah,
It's crazy. I'm going Saba.
me too.
Blue Lips is good. For me personally, as time goes on, I go back, I listen to it less and less. There's just other Schoolboy albums I listen to. The Private Collection is just God motherfucking damn. If you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to scroll down, hit that subscribe button for us for more hip-hop related content, and let's get back to it.
All right, next we have The Off Season by J. Cole versus Glaucoma 2.
Oh, this is easy for me. This is Glaucoma 2.
Shit, because I would put The Off Season over it.
Okay, let's debate then.
Yeah, the intro track 95 South on there, Punching the Clock, The Climb Back, Pride is the Devil with Lil Baby. That was a fucking moment there.
Yeah. The only song on that album that stands a chance is Pride is the Devil. That song is really good. The rest of the songs, meh.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not the biggest J. Cole fan, but I can appreciate this album.
Oh no, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
But Glaucoma 2, the insane Memphis production.
We'll go with it, but I'm just not the biggest fan of Glaucoma at all.
Or Key Glock.
Or Key Glock in general.
Well, you should get that fixed because he's dropping.
Next one, we got Certified Lover Boy versus Voir Dire.
I mean, this is Wadir.
Voir Dire, sorry.
CLB is a complete fucking mess.
It's aged like fine wine.
The high, yeah, that's true. But that's only because compared to his other shit.
Yeah.
No matter how you want to spin it, the highs are really good, but it is bloated as hell, which is kind of funny because it was the whole CLB Donda versus thing, and both albums have the exact same flaws.
Next, we have Heroes and Villains versus The Great Escape by Larry June.
The Great Escape is phenomenal. Like Larry June and The Alchemist are an insane duo. Everything they draw together is like actually nuts. But I'm going to go Heroes and Villains.
All right, we have Detroit 2 by Big Sean versus By the Time I Get to Phoenix by Injury Reserve.
All right, I'll let you take this one.
I would go By the Time I Get to Phoenix. I think that's one of the best. I haven't listened to too much experimental hip hop, but that is one of the best ones that come out this decade. The emotional parts of the album, like the grievance of one of their members, and it was a great way to like end off the group there, I feel like.
Oh, I only listened to that like once or twice. I just haven't. I should go back to it. I just haven't. I do like Detroit 2.
Yeah,
though.
Detroit 2 was really good. I think that was like for me that was like the Big Sean comeback for me at least. Like after that, I started enjoying the music, just like I enjoyed his last album a lot.
Fair enough.
Next, we have Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs versus Circles by Mac Miller, which is crazy that it doesn't even like pass my brain that Circles came out this decade.
This is really going to come down to what you like more because they're both phenomenal albums. I'm going Alfredo.
I'd go Alfredo.
Just because like I like Mac Miller, but he's not one of those artists I go back to a lot.
The Goat by Polo G, which is also crazy that it came out this decade.
Yeah.
Feels fucking long as hell ago.
Oh,
and then,
shit, I mean, we're halfway through the decade
yeah,
at this point.
Yeah, it has been 5 years since it came out. And then then Ghetto Gods by Earth Gang.
Oh, this is easy for me. It's Ghetto Gods.
Yeah. Next we have the collab album again. So we have Her Loss by Drake and 21 Savage versus That's What They All Say by Jack Harlow.
That's What They All Say was really good for Jack Harlow. I really enjoyed that album, and I thought, no, that's not the way to put it. He just went a different direction with his career, which is fair enough. Like he's went more pop. But I'm going Her Loss.
Again, it's another track list that's a little bloated near the back half. It falls off kind of near the back half, I feel like.
I don't know. Yeah, 21 brought the best out of Drake there. You have Middle of the Ocean. Bro, I mean, Middle of the Ocean is probably my favorite Drake track to come out in like a decade for real.
Oh, yeah. A Gift and a Curse by Gunna versus I Lay Down My Life for You by JPEG Mafia.
Yeah, you can just move it on.
Yeah, I Lay Down My Life for You. Whole Lotta Red. We went with Whole Lotta Red over Music.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, that was a tough one to choose. But it doesn't matter because it would have gotten beat out by We Don't Trust You. Both would have gotten beaten out by that.
Yeah, for Future, he's of course dropped a ton this decade already. We just went We Don't Trust You just because of the impact, basically.
Yeah, and I think it is my favorite.
Yeah, probably over High Off Life.
I Never Liked You.
Yeah, probably.
Soul Burger by Absol versus God Don't Make Mistakes by Conway.
Soul Burger is good. God Don't Make Mistakes is also really good.
Yeah, you got the track with Rick Ross and Lil Wayne on there.
Yep.
What's it called? John Woo Flick with
John
Griselda.
Flicky is on there. I think I might go God Don't Make Mistakes, to be honest.
Yeah, I would go with that too. Man on the Moon 3 by Kid Cudi versus You Can't Kill Me by 070 Shake.
I'll let you take this one because I never listened to the 070 Shake one.
Okay, I'm going to go Man on the Moon 3 on this one. But You Can't Kill Me, that was one of my top albums of, I think 2022 is when it came out. Amazing production on there, a lot of Kanye influence, but in a different way, because it's a lot of singing on there, but the production style and how songs are structured is so Kanye.
Interesting.
And having like Mike Dean production, that shit's hard as fuck. But I'm gonna go Man on the Moon 3 on this one. Heaven or Hell versus Melt My Eyes.
It's Melt My Eyes. Heaven or Hell didn't deserve that though.
Yeah, we went with that one for Don Toliver. That's my personal favorite. If we went with yours, Life is a Dawn, it would still probably get beaten by Melt My Eyes. Life is Beautiful versus GNX.
Okay, Life is Beautiful doesn't deserve this, but it's GNX. Life is Beautiful was a phenomenal first listen. Like, we've only been able to listen, have it for what, a month? Alchemist killed it, and 2 Chainz just absolutely murdered it. Like, that's one of the biggest surprises, to be honest. Like, of course, 2 Chainz can rap, but doing it on completely different production than he's used to is nuts.
Yeah. Manger on McNichols by Boldy James versus Culture 3.
Okay, Manger on McNichols.
Yeah.
Boldy James has, of course, dropped, I think, 100 projects this decade, but we went Manger on McNichols. We could have went Tecmo Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few we could have went, but we just went with Manger on McNichols.
Yeah. This one's a little tough one, but I know what I'd be going with. Pray for Paris by Westside Gunn versus 2000 by Joey Badass.
I'm going Pray for Paris.
I would too.
Just because of what it did for Griselda as well. I really like 2000. I think Joey Badass, that was a good comeback for him. Pray for Paris is one of Griselda's collectively best projects to put out.
Next we have Eternal Atake versus The Forever Story.
The Forever Story.
Yeah.
Even though Eternal Atake was really good for its period, I guess.
King's Disease 2 versus Vinyl Days by Logic.
Vinyl Days to me is one of the most slept on projects of this decade. Logic should have gotten so much more credit for this.
And like Big Sean earlier, this was for me like Logic's comeback. And I think it was for a lot of people who were kind of still interested in him because what came out before that?
Confessions of a Dangerous Minor.
And then we got Bobby Tarantino 3, which was a hella disappointment.
Yeah.
But then Vinyl Days, whole switch up of style, a lot of like Jay Dillett influence on there with the production.
Yeah, I think Vinyl Days, it's good, but
yeah, KD2 is
KD2,
some of Nas's best that has come out.
KD2
recently
is the best that came out of his work with Hit Boy. Just all the way through, crazy. Lil Baby doing ad-libs, Don Toliver on the first 2 songs. Like, bro, what is this? You have an Eminem Nas track, bro?
Nas Lauryn Hill track in 2020. I think. Last of this first round, we have The Death of Slim Shady versus Too Good to Be True by Rick Ross and Meek Mill.
This is Battle of Mid. Holy shit, this is Battle of Mid. I'll go Death of Slim Shady.
Okay.
Even though Too Good to Be True was a really fun album.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun songs on there. And Rick Ross and Meek Mill actually rap their ass off.
All right, that's our first round.
It's about to get really tough.
Yeah, no, just this first matchup. Shit. Donda versus Utopia.
I mean, it's Utopia. What the fuck are we doing?
Yo, are you fucking kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Why?
The fucking highs on that shit.
Yeah. Do you want me to rebuttal? The lows? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, but Utopia got those fucking shitty ass lows too on there.
Donda, half the album is just a low. Half the album is part 2s. Like, what are we talking about?
That shit's really tough.
Utopia, like you have Schizo.
Off the grid.
Schizo wipes off the grid. You should have said Praise God. Praise God is better. Or Come to Life. Dawn to Chant. Hyena, Thank God. This is tough. You
have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
We can go Donda, I guess.
You don't like that pick though.
I think Utopia's better, straight up. Just move up Donda.
Lahai by Sampha versus Business is Business by Young Thug.
It's Lahai.
Yeah.
Business is Business is good, like we mentioned, but it is like an album that feels like it was put out.
Shoot for the Stars versus 2093 by Yeet.
I'm gonna say something outlandish.
Shoot for the Stars and for the Moon is better.
Okay, move it up then.
What was your outlandish take? 2093 is gonna win this bracket, you think?
Yeah. Nah, yeah, 2093 is so good, bro. Okay, so most of the time I'm self-aware of my bias. Like, like how you have a bias.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think 2093 is better. Because even though I'm self-aware, like, I think my bias is actually influencing my thoughts, which is like, very insane. Just shoot for the stars, aim for the moon. Move us off of this topic, please.
Hurry Up Tomorrow versus the Melodic Blue.
Oh.
I think my bias is influencing my thoughts.
This is genuinely ours.
Yeah.
We've had. Can I just get shot instead?
Okay, what are you just thinking off the top of your head?
Off the top, it's Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Off the top, it's the Melodic Blue.
Okay.
You already knew that. You already knew that.
The reason it's Hurry Up Tomorrow for me is the curation, the atmosphere, the story, the performance.
Yeah, the production too on
Yeah.
there. The Melodic Blue, it's also production is huge. I've never heard an album that sounded like the Melodic Blue
That's
before.
true. And I haven't heard an album
Yeah,
that sounds like Hurry Up
Hurry Up
Tomorrow
Tomorrow.
either. So it's like, why did this have to happen?
I know both of these we're gonna have a fucking run.
We can go with the Melodic Blue. We can do it.
All right, next is Michael versus It's Almost Dry.
Oh, this is Michael.
Yeah.
It's Almost Dry is good, but it's definitely like the weakest Pusha T project.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of songs on It's Almost Dry that like genuinely piss me off.
Yeah. Like rock and roll and
Even Dreaming of the Past pisses me off now.
Yeah. But for me at least, I think Pharrell kills the beats over Kanye on this one.
Pharrell
heavy
wipes the floor. Yeah.
There's a heavy Pharrell carry. Next, Dark Times by Vince Staples versus The House is Burning.
I'm probably going to go The House is Burning.
I don't know. I mean, for me, I think I'd go Dark Times. I mean, you could just go based off of lyricism.
That's true.
Both have amazing production. I think Dark Times is better than it.
We can go Dark Times.
Yeah.
That's fine. The first thing that came to mind for me was just like songs like Score, Don't Shoot. Those songs just immediately popped in my head, and it immediately was like, oh, The House is Burning. Because those songs are so good,
Yeah.
for example.
All right, next we have Tana Talk 4 versus From the Private Collection.
Oh, this is easy for me. This is Private Collection.
Yeah, no, I'd go with that too.
I just am thinking the Private Collection, one of my favorite songs of the year so far, and it's going to be on our Song of the Year list, maybe. Actually, it can't. We already discussed
Yeah,
it.
because it came
Fuck.
out last year.
But
Yeah,
How to
where
Impress
it's gone.
God, bro, that track, Woes of the World, both cannot be on our Song of the Year playlist, which is really annoying.
Woe of the World can. I think that came
Woes
out.
of the World cannot.
Oh, did it
Oh,
come
wait,
out?
no,
It came out.
it
early.
may have been a single this year.
Yeah.
I thought it was a single last year. No, you're right. Woes of the World might be able to, but
Yeah.
that song is also insane. Few good songs. That's what
Yeah,
it's called.
that's
right?
probably my favorite off there so far. Glaucoma 2 versus how do you pronounce it?
Voir dire.
Voir dire.
This is easy for me again. It's Glaucoma 2.
For me, the off season will move on there too. If
Okay,
you went
fair
with that
enough.
too, but
So both would have been okay here.
yeah, Heroes and Villains versus By the Time I Get to Phoenix.
Again, since I didn't listen, I'll let you. Or I haven't listened in a very long time. So
I would go Heroes and Villains
Okay.
on this one. You have to be. There has to be a certain time that you can listen to By the Time I Get to Phoenix most of the time, which is not a bad thing. Heroes and Villains, I think, has like super crazy highs on there, but they're two different albums. It's kind of hard to compare them.
fair enough.
Alfredo versus Ghetto Gods.
I mean, this is definitely my bias, but it's Alfredo.
I don't think that's a bias. Alfredo's fucking god tier. Her Loss versus I Lay Down My Life for You.
Why am I even thinking? Sorry, my brain just blanked. It's Lay Down My Life for You.
Yeah. We Don't Trust You versus God Don't Make Mistakes.
Completely different albums. I think I might go We Don't Trust You. I like God Don't Make Mistakes, but We Don't Trust You is just like bigger, like I don't know.
I love God Don't Make Mistakes. I mean, for me personally, I might have moved that on, but I'm okay like budging on that a little
Yeah.
bit. All right, next. Fuck. Men on the Moon 3 versus Melt My Eyes.
Man on the Moon 3 is great. It does not melt my eyes. Man on the Moon 3 is my issue when people say Cudi has not been good. Because it's like, did you listen to Man on the Moon 3? Obviously not.
GNX versus Manger on McNichols.
This sucks, but it's GNX.
That's a huge bias because I just like Kendrick more. I care more about Kendrick's story than a Boldy James because I don't listen to him as much.
Fair enough.
Pray for Paris versus The Forever Story.
That sucks too.
Yeah.
It's
but
the Forever story. Pray for Paris is really good though. Like, what's the song? 327. You have 500
500
ounces. Even though, isn't that song not on streaming anymore, or is it?
No, that one's still on streaming. There was a Griselda track that got
That's
kicked off.
right.
I forget what it's called. Something Allah. But that was a good ass track too.
That
Fuck.
was good, yeah.
King's Disease 2 versus The Death of Slim Shady.
King's Disease 2.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
All right, this is going to be our third round here.
Yep, so round of 16.
Donda versus Lahai.
This is Donda.
Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon versus the Melodic Blue.
Oh, this is a Melodic Blue.
Yeah. Michael versus Dark Times.
Dark Times.
Okay.
I just prefer Vince Staples' music, I think. So that's what it really comes down to. Michael was really good. It got so much hate at the Grammys just because people didn't know it. Which
Yeah,
is
people were
really
saying,
fucking
people were
annoying.
saying who, and it's like, have you ever heard of fucking Run the
Oh
Jewels?
yeah, no, the people that said who exposed themselves like crazy. Like, you are so stupid. I'm sorry, you are dumb. Actually, not even that. Sorry, you're not dumb. You're just like actually misinformed. Like, go listen. Go listen.
Yeah,
instead
go
of
listen
saying
to it,
instead of saying
yeah.
who, go listen.
Yeah, because it's good fucking music.
Yeah, instead of saying who, go listen to Run the Jewels.
From the Private Collection versus Glaucoma 2.
Oh shit.
From the Private Collection.
Okay, we can go.
For me, Off Season would have got beat by it too.
I just want to talk about Glaucoma 2 real quick. Key Glock raps in a way that is so satisfying to me. And Glaucoma 2 just has the perfect... Like, the way Key Glock rides beats, absolute pause, is insane, bruh. His rapping style is just nuts. Okay, we can move on.
I don't like the album. Heroes and Villains versus Alfredo. Get this shit out of here.
It's gonna be
Alfredo. Yeah.
Too Many Nights is an absolute classic, for real. That thing is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Raindrops, that song's really good.
Oh.
You don't like Raindrops that much? I like it.
Those Travis cuts, fucking sleeper half the time on there.
That's fair.
Like Lock on Me. Fucking
Lock on Me. Wow, you've had a complete switch since it came out.
Oh, that was my favorite song. That was my favorite song when it came out.
Yeah, you got it.
I think it's a fucking shitter. All right, next, I Lay Down My Life for You versus We Still Don't Trust You.
Yeah,
Literally just based on our year-end video.
Yeah.
Both of those were in there, and I Lay Down My Life for You beat it. So
Yeah.
Melt My Eyes versus GNX.
If we're serious, it's Melt My Eyes.
Yep. King's Disease 2 versus The Forever Story.
If your brain is a bracket, if the brackets in your brain, you know whatever we pick here doesn't matter. But it is The Forever Story, I think.
I thought you were going to say KD2.
Yeah, you're right. It's KD2.
I would also go KD2 on this one.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, we're going to go on to the next round. This is the last...
I think 8.
8. Donda versus the Melodic Blue.
This is the Melodic Blue.
I had a list of my
The
favorite...
one time I'm going up against them, or I'm choosing the Melodic Blue, now you're going to argue.
No. I just got to give some history to it.
Okay.
When I made a video on my main channel, this is my main channel now, but
Yeah, personal channel.
my personal channel for when did it come out? 2021. I had Melodic Blue 2, Donda 1. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Melodic Blue.
You have to take into consideration that Donda is bloated as fuck. The highs are nuts, but we can't keep ignoring that it's bloated.
And there's things about the album that I liked that I don't like anymore.
We also have not mentioned Hurricane a single time for Donda, which is really disgusting.
Yeah, because I'm not a huge fan of it anymore.
Including the Melodic Blue Deluxe, it's probably getting pretty close in tracks to Donda. And if you're including more songs, just to make it more even, Melodic Blue, song for song is better. The Melodic Blue has bangers, and the Deluxe is also good. So
yeah, the Deluxe, like you have
Hooligan.
Hooligans on there.
Life of Pain.
Yeah, low key songs like Fine China. Yeah.
Moving on.
Dark Times by Vince Staples versus From the Collection.
What are you going?
I'll go Saba on this one.
I will as well.
Alfredo versus I Lay Down My Life for You.
Yeah, so we are now getting to the point where it is album of the years.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
Like album of the years for each year. It's really fucked. What are you thinking?
Alfredo is better.
I kind of want to say the same thing. We can go Alfredo.
Why am I on view only?
Bro, lock the fuck in.
I can't edit it, bro. Melt My Eyes versus King's Disease 2.
Melt My Eyes.
Melt My Eyes. All right, we're on the final four.
Final four.
The Melodic Blue versus the Private Collection.
I mean, you probably have to go the Melodic Blue here.
I would go that too. Alfredo versus Melt My Eyes.
This is my bias, probably. So.
Are you saying Melt My Eyes?
Yes. Keep in mind, these are all 10s. Like, keep that in mind, please, when you're picking these. Like, I can't even say a flaw about Alfredo.
Yeah.
I can't say a flaw about Melodic Blue. I can't say a flaw about Melt My Eyes at this point.
I'm going to go Melt My Eyes. The Melodic Blue versus Melt My Eyes.
And for this one, we aren't going to have an answer. I don't
Yes, we fucking will. It's Melt My Eyes.
Okay. Fair enough. I was expecting you to go for bat for Melodic Blue, and I didn't feel like arguing. Let us know in the comments what you would have picked for this bracket. But I agree, it is Melt My Eyes. I think Melt My Eyes is the best album to come out this decade.
It's so hard because I haven't really sat down and thought about it. Maybe 1 and 2 is Melt My Eyes and Alfredo.
Yeah, Melt My Eyes, you have Melt Session 1 Walk In, Angels. Oh, Angels. Goddamn. Ain't No Way. You have the cold-blooded versions, which are incredible.
And the few tracks that come with that, like Chrome Hearts and Larger Than Life.
Yep. All right, let us know in the comments, like I mentioned, what you would have picked. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more hip-hop content. And we'll see you in the next one.